Welcome, everyone. I'm Claire Jones, owner of Liminal Clarity. If we haven't already met, welcome. Welcome to my page. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my woods, proverbially. So, I don't even know if that's a word, proverbially. I don't think it is. But, my brain is tired this week, so we're just going to make up words, all right? So I am a intuitive flow expert for women visionaries, innovators, and creators who basically want to achieve more in less time with less stress. And today I'm jumping on to talk about how we can increase our creativity, productivity, innovation, and aligned flow even in times of change, stress, or transformation, continuing with playtime today. So I just wanted to put in a little comment here because I often get this in my conversations of people who think that I torture myself in order to have all of the creative projects that I have on my plate. They think that I burn myself out and hustle too hard, but I actually only work about 25 hours a week. So these strategies work. The frameworks that I'm teaching work, and I don't burn myself out in order to achieve my goals. And that's why I'm presenting this information to you all as well. Because we focus on neuroscience, we focus on astrology, we focus on the wellness practices that are going to support you as you achieve your goals in less time with less stress and way more fun and ease. I'm so anti-hustle culture that it just cracks me up when people think that I'm sacrificing myself in order to do all the things that I like doing. But that's not the case. And that's why I'm inviting you all in to join me in this journey of just accomplishing our life's work with ease and joy. So if you're catching me live or if you're watching the replay, please comment below, tell us where you're tuning in from and what your favorite play activity is. So before I get into the nitty gritty though, I wanted to let you know that I'm opening up 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to move in harmony with your truest selves, with your most authentic selves, and cultivate intentional flow and productivity in order to achieve your life's goals, your life's work, your life's passion with ease and joy instead of hustle and burnout. So if you're interested, book a call with me. The link is in the comments and it's in the description if you're joining us on YouTube. So how exactly did I discover the benefits of playtime? So playtime is not something that I've always been able to prioritize in my adult life or been aware of prioritizing in my adult life. In high school and college, there were plenty of opportunities to participate in playtime, but it was not easily transferable to the later years of my adult life. Since I've learned about the very positive rewards in the brain for devoting time to playtime, I've recently made a lot more of an effort to prioritize it in my life. Now, sometimes it looks like devoting time to art time so that I can flex and engage my creativity muscles. Writing has become a huge playtime activity for me. It is a flow state activity. But pre-pandemic, I also try to do 1 game night per week with my friends, and that's either playing Dungeons and Dragons or some other wide range of board games. Sometimes it looks like playing around with my dog. Sometimes it looks like going dancing with friends or going out for karaoke with friends. Lately, because of the pandemic, I've been having mini dance parties by myself around the house. I do that multiple times a week. It is my favorite way to transition my brain from work self to home self at the end of my workday. And these mini dance parties can be anything you want, whatever mood you're in the mood for. Sometimes I have to blast mind-numbing metal in my ears in order to kind of clean the slate of all of the stuff that I had going on in my brain during the workday. But it can be anything you want. I have this dark hallway in my apartment that I kind of make my own catwalk when I'm listening to music on my headphones, and I dance around, I sing along, and it's a great play activity for me. I also indulge my imagination in a wide variety of fantasy, romance, and historical drama TV shows and books. During the pandemic, I binge watched shows like The Great on Hulu, which is a satire about Catherine the Great. Then I discovered Bridgerton, which you all know about. Then The Borgias, which is actually a very scandalous show about papal Rome in the 1500s. Fascinating and scintillating. Sign me up. And then Reign, which is about Mary Queen of Scots in French court in the 1600s. And then I went into more fantasy with The Witcher. That was a few years ago. This year, I've read a range of an amazing fantasy books like Dark Shores by Danielle L. Jensen, a bunch of books by Jennifer L. Armentrout, Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco was a good one, and Iron Widow by Jiran J. Zhao is actually, I think, one of my favorite books of the year so far. But everyone's different, so you've got to find something that works for you for playtime. Maybe you are more sports inclined and you find a lot of joy and play in playing sports. So maybe you want to join intramural Ultimate Frisbee League or soccer league or softball league. Maybe you're more theater inclined, so maybe you want to take an improv class or something along the lines of acting, or maybe it's like a theater club instead of a book club. Pottery class or something to engage those play muscles and make it fun. There are also a whole range of wine and paint nights that are becoming a lot more popular in the recent years, which have been a great way to indulge in play as well. Again, your Mercury, Venus, and Mars placements are going to heavily influence which play activities you prefer to invest your time and energies in. So, for example, my Mercury is in Aquarius. I like original thought. I like eccentricity, but I also like progressing humanity forward with innovation in the way that I consume knowledge. And so that's why I have a big reading habit, and I like reading a lot of different topics. I have a lot of different tastes when it comes to that stuff. And so understanding these placements are going to help you choose the play activities, the wellness activities that are going to best suit you. Because again, it's different for everyone. I was talking to someone today who talks about getting their flow in nature and how they really just work so that they have time to go out into nature. And I think that's amazing. I think that's a perfect way to engage in playtime, engage in daydreaming time, engage in these wellness activities that I'm talking about. And I definitely spend a lot of time in nature myself. I have pre-scheduled nature breaks throughout the day so that I can go talk to the trees and go talk to the flowers and commune with them to ground myself in my environment. So can anyone relate to this? I think there are a lot of you out there. So if you're interested in getting clear on how to best devote your time to aligned practices and activities like these, then I'm opening up 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to achieve more in less time with less stress. Book a call with me if you're interested. So let's get into the nitty-gritty with playtime. It is often seen as an unimportant behavior relegated to the young and immature, but play actually directly contributes to the release of dopamine, which allows all animals in the animal kingdom to cope with the unexpected demands of a potentially threatening and stressful environment. So for us, it's a natural reward system in our brains that helps us enhance our creativity and our capacity to adapt when faced with changing and challenging circumstances. It allows your brain to explore and experiment in social situations in a non-threatening environment. So you can become more adept and more flexible when it comes to challenging social situations if you have had time to play and practice and kind of strengthen that muscle per se when it comes to challenging social scenarios. You have more ability, you have more flexibility, you have more chances of responding to these situations in a rational or positive, balanced way. Playtime has actually been shown to reduce the prevalence of ADHD in children as well. It is a total game changer because our brains crave play. One thing that you can do to prioritize this is to devote at least 2 hours per week to unstructured play. So this is something that is non-formal. You don't have any rules or any expectations. Like, yes, you have rules in board games and stuff, but you're not like coming into it with the expectation of winning. You're coming into it with the expectation of just having fun in general. And so just do something that makes you happy, that creates this fun dopamine response within you. Don't force yourself to do activities that aren't aligned with your idea of fun and joy. So, enjoy it and really lean into the joyful activities that you can participate in on a daily or weekly basis. An easy tool is to use board games as a way to combine playtime and connecting time. Again, there's a way to combine these wellness activities so that you're not trying to schedule 7 new hours of time into your weekly schedule. So you can combine these two and really streamline your time and energy and make yourself more efficient and still reap the benefits of these different areas. So dancing, acting, painting, singing, playing instruments, playing with your kids or your pets, all of these can apply as long as you're focused on the playful, explorative aspects. So that's pretty much today. I'm talking about playtime. If you're interested in learning more, please book a call with me. Let's talk about the best way to create a custom mix of mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical practices, support systems that combine the powers of neuroscience, spirituality, and wellness, and achieve your goals having way more fun in the process. I am certified in neuro leadership. I am certified in wellness. I am certified in business development. And so I really understand the needs, the wants, the desires of women entrepreneurs, visionaries, and go-getters out there as they're achieving their big goals. So you too can reach and maintain flow state even in times of change, stress, or transformation. I can't wait to support you in your journey. So in the meantime, please join me for more of these Facebook Lives. We are getting to the last stretch starting next week, where I'll be diving into each of these areas and providing you with practical tips, tools, and recommendations. I'll be jumping on next week to continue talking about physical time. And until then, please remember that your authentic self is extraordinary, it is wonderful, and you owe it to yourself to create the elevated life that you know you are capable of. Take care, everyone. Bye.